No, I mean, I think if you look at our portfolio, our India fund, in terms of what we've been doing at a sector level, we had this huge outperformance in the IT sector up until, I suppose, sometime last year, as a result of the weakness in the rupee. Obviously, that made these companies much more competitive, much more profitable, and obviously their share prices went up a lot. Now we took that opportunity to scale back our overweight position, and we're now actually underweight that sector. With the rupee at a much weaker level, there isn't, we don't think, the scope for further outperformance. And the question therefore is, well, what did we do with the money that we raised from that reduction? And we increased our holding in cement stocks. This is a sector that had significantly underperformed over the last year or so. Very cyclical. It's very much related to the domestic economy, and yeah, that's really I think a belief that we are seeing some sort of bottom in the Indian economy, and that these are the sort of companies that will do well. I think we do. I think you have to be very careful which banks you invest in, whether that's in India or anywhere in the world. You have to be careful about which banks you invest in, because banking is it's an industry where you have to pick the companies that are making decisions based on a sort of a commercial basis. Namely, are they lending to people who are going to pay them back? Are they lending to good credits? And do they themselves have a good sort of credit analysis framework, rather than banks that are lending on the basis of who the government is telling them to lend to, which is a dreadful basis on which to invest in a bank. So you do have to be very careful. In the case of India, we think that banks represent a very good, well, as I said, the private banks certainly more than the state-owned banks, but they represent a very good long-term opportunity. India is a very underbanked country, meaning that if you look at the amount of lending, bank lending as a percentage of the economy, it is very low. I think it's around 40 or 50%. So that means there's huge scope for growth, and they're a good way to capture the growth in the broad economy. So we as a house, we generally think banks can be a wonderful investment, but you've got to be very careful what you're buying.